Hi guys, welcome back to another special interest video. Today I want to answer the question, how large should you make your flower farm? So is it enough to just have a small one, where you push around 5 by 5? Or does it need to be the big 12 by 12 farm that goes up to the push limit? I was asking this myself and I thought people in a similar situation could benefit from some proper numbers. So the first thing I actually wanted to know was, how large is the area where grass and flowers generate when I bone mill a grass block? So I set up a dispenser here and bone milled the same grass block over and over again for about 100 hours. So the same grass block got bone milled over 1,000,000 times. And then just look at it from above. So the resulting area was a 15 by 15 area. Although in two corners no grass or flowers have generated yet, it seems like it is possible, just very, very unlikely that it actually happens. So without looking at the code, I would assume that it picks, a block within a certain range on the X and Z axis, and the chance that it actually picks the block that is furthest away on both X and Z axis is probably really, really small. That's why the corners are not filled up. You can see here also some of those blocks here don't even have double grass, where grass grew twice on the same block. I also did the same test again with this bit more sophisticated command block setup, where I removed all grass and flowers again after bone milling the grass block for the first time. Basically just replaced everything with green concrete and cloned it up there. There the corners weren't filled, but I only ran this for about 20 hours. So this confirms that even if there's no grass or flowers already there, it can be a 15 by 15 area. So that means in order to get the maximum bone mill efficiency when it comes to a flower farm or a seed farm, if you're into that, then you need to clear a 15 by 15 area. But usually it's a bit more convenient to make the farm smaller, so I tried different sizes. So this is the basic setup. Here I shift a 3 by 4 because I activate the dispenser on every shift. So the dispenser is always surrounded at least by a 3 by 3. And then just teleport all the seeds and flowers to this setup here where I count them. Okay, so I'm doing this for the 3 by 4 setup here. Got a 5 by 6, 7 by 8, and so on. And I even increased the push limit to do something crazy as doing a 15 by 16 farm. So this wouldn't really be possible in normal vanilla, but with carpet mod I can just increase the push limit. So I ran all of those setups for a really good amount of time. Let's take a look at the results. So they range from 97,000 items per hour to 40,000 items per hour of the smallest one. Okay, let's take a look at the actual numbers. So here we had the orange wool with the first setup, and we're getting exactly 40,600 items per hour. By the way, the amount of wheat seeds is usually around 47% of the total amount of items. In case you want to build a specific flower farm, it's usually around 53% of all items that are flowers. Alright, so I'd say this one is a bit too small to be efficient because you waste over half of the bone meal, but could be an option to make something nice and compact. Then let's take a look at the next one. This is the 5 by 6, the white counter, and there we are already at 73,500 items per hour, so around 75% of the maximum, so 25% of the bone will be wasted. I think this is already very acceptable, especially if you go for a single flower type that doesn't have a really large area in a flower forest biome. This could already be a valid option. Then the 7 by 8 with the light blue wool already reaches around 90,000 items per hour, so over 90% of the theoretical maximum efficiency. That's something you can already go with. Unless you really want every single piece of bone meal efficiency, then you could go for the 9 by 10, the yellow wool here. That's already at 96,200 items per hour, so over 99% of the maximum efficiency. So hardly any reason to make it even larger, but you can of course in vanilla. So this would be the 11 by 12 flower farm setup. You also need a big item collection for this. And here we yeah, get up to pretty much the same amount of items as with the even larger one. Probably would need to measure this even longer to even find any difference. So we're both at 97,000 items per hour. So yeah, that's the option you can go with if you want maximum efficiency. And this would be just a theoretical best design. This still uses pistons to yeah, shift the blocks. You could make such a yeah, large flower farm, but you would need to break the seeds and flowers in a different way, for example with water or something else, which would definitely slow down the farm. In case you're curious what I went with in the end for my flower farms, I built 7x8 flower farms because I thought it's a pretty good compromise, over 90% bone meal efficiency, not too laggy, and I actually built single flower farms in a flower forest biome. You probably have seen those patterns before. It's kind of hard to actually find a spot where an 11x12 would generate only a single type of flower in a flower forest biome. You would need to go to a lot of different meadows biomes for that. So I thought 7x8 for me is definitely the best compromise, but you can also go smaller or larger, however you want. Alright, hopefully this was useful for some of you. Thanks guys for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.